story of Moses striking a rock from which water sprung forth to nourish the parched Israelites as they crossed the desert to the Promised Land is a great opportunity to give your students what they've always secretly wanted, to hit a rock and have water gush out. We know, of course, that Moses did not do this in his own power, for it was God who commanded it and provided the water miraculously. Even so, you can recreate this for your students, and it is a stunner. I have had dozens of students simultaneously scream with surprise and delight when a Moses among them struck a rock and had literal water sprayed in his face. First, let's learn the mechanics. You will need a plastic bellows foot pump, similar to this one, used to pump air into inflatables. However, a side benefit is that it can also be used to pump water through a rock. For tubing, you can use the one that comes with the foot pump, but it is usually rather short and does not give you the necessary length needed to surprise your students. So I suggest that you purchase a long piece of plastic tubing that fits the nozzle of your foot pump. This extra length will allow you to move the foot pump further away from the rock itself, perhaps through a curtain or behind your students, so that it can be covertly pressed by you or your helper. Add water to your tubing using a funnel or slow stream of water, keeping both ends up. Insert one end of the tubing up through your rock, adjusting and taping as necessary, so that it is held vertically. Attach the other end to your plastic pump, making sure that you insert it on the nozzle that inflates rather than deflates. In other words, air out rather than air in. When the water is spewed through the air, it will come as a total shock to your students, and they will surely shriek with delight. Once you have your system in place, it is simply a matter of constructing a realistic rock to hide it. I have a few ideas for you, but I am sure that a quick search on the internet will give you dozens more. This rock is made from a concrete mixture, and it is quite heavy. I had a mom of one of my students make this for me, and it has a few advantages, but also a few disadvantages. First, it looks very realistic, and she formed a hole at the top to fit the plastic tubing. It's a simple matter of adding a few smaller rocks around it to hide the hole. Additionally, your students are not going to hurt this rock by hitting it, that's for sure. However, it is also very heavy, and the process for making it requires some advance notice. I am including a link in the description section that contains a wealth of information, including the recipe for making concrete rocks, as well as some alternative ideas for using boxes, coolers, and other household items to use for a mold. However, spherical concrete molds are readily available online in a variety of sizes. A simple search on Amazon will give you many choices. This rock is made with a round plastic tablecloth with elastic edges for patio tables. Stuff pillows, boxes, whatever you have really, until you have achieved the shape of a rock. Insert the tubing, taping it onto nearby boxes, and cut a hole in the plastic if necessary. Lastly, brown fabric can be built to make a rock formation using boxes, chairs, small pieces of furniture, whatever you have. But be mindful of two things. First, whatever you use is likely to get wet, so choose well. And second, make sure there is a hard surface underneath for your students to hit and not ruin the demonstration by revealing the plastic tubing prematurely. And now you are ready for a spectacular demonstration. Change it up by asking several students to strike your rock with no results, as they would expect. And then one lucky student can unwittingly hit the rock and make water come out. Now that's a memory. This is Becky from Experience the Bible Creatively, reminding you that props are always better than paper.